Hello everybody, this is Me Knight of Me Knight Gaming, and welcome back. Today we are going to work on something really quickly. Chemical, there we go. A chemical catalyst. These, there we go. Boop. Because I want something very specific and I cannot get it without using one of these. Think. If I need a rose. Poppy. Should do. Like, this lets you do some certain kinds of crafting for little bits of mana. Ooh, sunflower is nice too. Um, I want like this, a rose bush. Why do I want a rose bush? Because I am frankly sick and tired of trying to get my hands on red dye. And rose bushes, you get lots of red dye really quickly. Um, it's like a potion of love. What the heck is a potion of love? I don't know. Anyway, uh, we can use this to get extra poppy. I can get four, or extra rose red. I can also turn it into a peony, which is cool. Get four that way. I can get lots this way. Yeah, flowers. Because I want some red dye. Yoink. 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 I want entertainment. And enter tank. Yoink. With red. With red wool. Because I want a full lava. Because we're going to use this big room today. What are we going to use this big room for, you may ask? Today, we're starting the Industrial Craft 2 mod. Or IC2, as it is commonly called. Industrial Craft 2. Dun da da da! And I want to make a geothermal generator, which uses lava to make power. Now, I haven't done IC2 in a long time. Let's see here. There are a lot of different okay. So there are a lot of different options here. That's right, we're doing this. Need a crafting grid. Don't need a fluid grid, but I do need pattern grid. Crafter manager, and crafting monitor. Where are we? Ah, there's cabling right here. Like, here we go. Side covers. And regular bricks for the for right here. Oops. Do 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 do. Put that there, 'cause we may eventually want that covered at some point. Um, it's Porter pattern. Upgrade. Nope. Patterns are going in here. Ladder. Oop, there we go. We have access to all our stuff here. Awesome. So we're going to start working on IC2. Now, to get IC2, we have to do a bunch of other things. Um, to get different the different tiers. Like, so I wanted a Geo, single generator, which does give us power tier 1, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But we require a generator, some universal cables, and some iron casings. Iron casings, you can make them hand, or you can get a machine to do it. We're going to want to make the machine to do it. But to do it, we have a bunch of other things we have to make. So it's going to be a lot of teaching of recipes. Um, Actually, in that vein, crafting. So we need to redo reborn storage. Steel. We do have a bunch of crafting frames. I want to run Ore Dictionary for this too, because we do have the two different kinds of silicone problem, and I'm not pulling out a silicone ingot to do it. And it's crafting storage. There we go. IO port, I'm not even sure what that's for. So when we need that, we can just pop in the ground here and build that. Um, at some point. Just make a stack of those more quick. I don't need that many, but having spare never hurts. And we are about to teach a bunch of things. Okay, let's get a generator. Don't mind me as I have my other screen open. That's going to help me with this because, like I said, I haven't done this in years. Um, so to get a regular generator, there are two separate recipes we could do. So we're going to need a rebattery, a basic machine casing, and a furnace, which is just a bunch of iron plates, or an iron furnace, which is this. Some plate. It's basically the same recipe. It's just different orders of things. Uh, Now compactor can make some stuff. So let's grab 10. It's and I want to open up processing and I want to put that there. I want to go downstairs. Go to compactor. Link. That for a minute. Just one plate is active. Ooh, one plate. Here from compactor. Compactor. There it is. Now we can make tin plates. Now, tin plates can be used to make a lot of things. Mixed metal ingots, we'll get into those at some point later. 1K coolant cells, 30K coolant cells, these are for reactors. And tin cable. Now we get a metal former to make these, but metal formers, like I said, are mildly expensive. Um, so we're not going to make that yet. What we'll do is we're going to need this, and we need one of these. I want to teach it iron plates. Well, now we may need to get another crafter on that. Boy, I also remember why I have all these upgrade kits there now. This is painful. Yep, those off the list. Aha! Now we can make some cable. Now, tin cable will be used. So there's different kinds of cable, and eventually we'll have all of them autocrafted. But for right now, we'll have to manually make some of it. So this tin cable, go here, go back to the processing uses, and we have to cover it. And to cover that, we need plastic from industrial foregoing. It's the same thing. It's just easier to make, get our hands on. This is why I just taught all of the things 'cause we're so close to the end. Um, Now that we need a battery. To make a battery, we need a 4 jammer. 410. Okay, we just need that. And it's plastic. And there's a battery. Hey, it does charge. I wasn't sure if this would work. Um, which means you probably don't need power at all, but we're going to do it. At least for now. Um, if we get too heavy into this, we may just say never mind and just pump stuff directly in because Flux Networks will auto convert. A couple mods will. Flux Networks and Mechanism. So we could probably bypass a bunch. But so I want to teach iron plates. Sing. I want to teach yet another machine casing. Basic machine casing. Yes. Now, there's also the advanced machine casing, but this requires steel and advanced alloys. Carbon plates I think we already make. Compactor of carbon plate. Maybe not. We may not make carbon plates. Make cold chunks, cold balls, press cold ball, cold chunk. Okay, yeah. Carbon plates come from our carbon mesh, which is our carbon fiber, which isn't hard to get, it's just coal dust. So, I mean, it's not like it's super hard, but we do get that eventually. 50 storage. I think there's some mechanism stuff. Hmm, somewhere. Not mechanism, ice too. But, um, not yet. Yeah, let's do casing. I made the thing, and I went off on a little tangent, and I forgot to put the thing in here. So my tangent wasn't even helpful. Furnace, casing, and battery. Yep. Geothermal is some iron item casings, which aren't more expensive, and some tin. We could probably go straight to that tier if we wanted. What's going on down here? Oh yes, I forgot. I forgot. Um, it's full conversion kits. Yoink. Nickel, silver gear, electrum gear, signal ingots, and spare MS. So that's not too bad. Yeah. Screwed up with the left MI. I'll bet you when you guys watch me do that, you were laughing at me. I'll bet you watched me grab the wrong nickel and you thought it was funny. Hmm. It's so silver gear, electrum gear, silver gear. Electrum. Oh, have that teaching. Okay. Um, electrum first off does come from a chicken. Doot, doot. Casing. Okay, it's done. Just trying to kill some time while the machine casing went. And I can believe. Doot. Let's iron plate. Pick down those bits. Oh, so the IC2 hammer can't actually make. Huh, can't actually make those. That's not bad. Interesting. 10. We're doing this. Glass. 10. 10. One more 10, guys. There we go. One geothermal generator. I think we want to place this right here for the time being. Can I just do this? Yes, can. Boom. We have EU power. So, there are different tiers of energy. Okay. Tin, I believe, is the first tier. And there's copper, which is tier 2. Gold is tier 3. HV is tier 4. And then this is extreme tier. This isn't too bad. Energy arm dust is the hardest part of this. Which honestly isn't bad. And then we can turn this into energy crystals, which is used to get higher tier stuff. We saw the carbon plates earlier. This is how we make the nanosuit, which is a good set of armor if memory serves. I haven't used it in a long time. But it's used in some of the higher tier stuff. But it's also an energy battery. So we do have to go through all the stages of IC2, and eventually I will have multiple things in this room. But right now, let's get some tin cable. There we are. And I want to get a Strocraft. I believe it's the rolling machine. Nope. UU assembly bench. Probably won't throw it together. Yeah. We're going for UU matter. That's the goal. End goal of this whole thing is to get UU matter. Metal forward. That's the name of it. Now, UU matter is pretty high tier, so we will have to be working at this for a little bit. So this is the coils, and we the toolbox, which is bronze casings. And honestly, that's it. Copper cable. It's not too bad. We already have the basic control units. Basic control circuits. Processing. I'm going to teach you how to make bronze plates. Beer. Bronze. Plates. I need 5. Look at kit real quick. Oh, I need copper. Signal. Great. What did I mess up the copper for? That didn't have a problem. Probably this, honestly. It is. It's Signalum and Cryogin dust. Not bad. Um, you know what's yet? Yes, you are. It's plates. Yoink. People. Vector. Last one for the compactor right now. Do, do, do. Once we have the first one of these, it's going to make it a lot easier. those. Um, need 20 more of those. Machine casing. So we got a bunch of crafting going right now. So it'd be preemptive. I'll place that there. Tell that to ignore it. Go. And place that on the sag mill. So we can use that. Because our sag mill was all, our alloy smelter, I mean. Our alloy smelter is full. And I want to teach it to nail. And cryothium dust. Whiz powder. Weapons and snowball? Hmm. We get snowball. We have a chicken that does that. Actually, yeah. Even better. We already had this. Fluid grid, please. Hmm. I think I got a fluid grid somewhere already, but I don't remember. Yep. Awesome. So all I really need for this is a fluid transmitter. These. Let's see. Let's put this right here. Put this here. Back's going to be input. Top is going to be output. And we're going to drop this here. And I want to grab conduits. Place this here. Check that was active. Place that there. And we're gonna go over here, the this. And we should be able to make it now. While we're at that, let's go over here. Almost dead. Hit. Snowballs. Awesome. Purple terrestrial chickens now. Oh yeah. But that's where we're gonna call it for this episode. So we have, well, not much done here. Um, can I make the? I can't make my 3 coils, can I? No. So I've got my copper. See if I can get this real quick, and we'll call it the episode. Ha ha ha! We have our first IC2 machine. So this will charge of power. We can make plates, wires, and um we can cut wires and we can make wires directly. So eventually we will have 3 of these things because we'll have them caught eventually. Not right now, but eventually. All right, everybody, take it easy.